Yeah. It hasn't changed. Okay, yeah.
Oh, thank you. You got the highlighters.
Okay, everyone, we are going to get rolling.
You're telling me you're kicking me out.
Good morning, everybody.
She's kicking me out.
She does that, yep. Hip checker.
No, I just know he's been.
All right. Good morning, everybody. We are going to get started. I will literally get the fog run out like right now.
We'll try and get you.
How is everybody?
Good.
Good. So we are back from our mid-year break. It's been a couple weeks since we had a meeting, so thanks for coming in. Thanks for showing up. Hopefully you guys all had a good 4th, and you're ready to rock the second part of the year. Now, we're going to kind of go through a couple events we're going to get started with real quick that we've got upcoming. We got lots of stuff. So, there we go. All right, a few events that we've got coming up. So tomorrow, for our training for the week, tomorrow at RTU, we're going to be doing a mortgage panel with Amic and Marketplace, both at Apple Valley. It's going to be streamed live as well. But it's going to be really questions and answers, kind of a deep dive on mortgages, programs that are out, creative financing, especially for a lot of the newer agents. If you haven't done that with us yet, please try to make that one. We've got Tech Connect this week is going to be Wednesday right after RTU, and we're going to be going through ListHub. So for those that don't know, you have a free ListHub report or a free ListHub account here where you can pull reports on your listings, and it's really, really helpful for you guys to know how those work, how things flow both from the MLS, how they flow from
with Bear Stuff's deli.
Yeah. You'll see how things flow from the MLS into the syndicated sites like Realtor.com and Zillow. You'll see how people view things on Zillow, how it kind of dilutes down from views to clicks and engagements and into wanting more information into leads to you guys. So you'll be able to interpret those reports for your sellers. Yes?
You can also send a weekly report or bi-weekly to your people, so it makes you look like you're right on it, showing them what's going on.
You do. And if you're asking for a price reduction and I say to you, hey, Bruce, it's time to drop 20 grand, you say, well, why? You're not doing your job. I'm getting no showings. No, here's 15,000 or 1,500 views. We've had exactly 45 clicks, and not one person wanted more information beyond that. That's a good, good kind of ammo to get those price reductions you're looking for. So other events coming up. Listings to Leads training as well, and that's going to be 11:30 on Wednesday. So Thursday, conversion to closing for those that haven't, our lead team is expanding, by the way. For those that are on the lead team, and by the way, we got Andy in the back. He's now officing with us, our elusive ISA that most of you guys have never really met. But we're up to 500 leads a month now is what we purchased, and we're going to be pushing that to 1,000 soon. So we are expanding our lead team. It's growing. You guys are really, really doing well with it. So we're going to continue to grow. For those that don't know Andy, he's the guy in the green shirt. You can't miss him back there. All right. So RT Advanced, this week, we're going to be talking about listings, everyone. We're going to be talking about how to present listing presentations, pre-listing presentations, pre-listing marketing packages, as well as justifying your commissions. So there's a lot of downward pressure right now in the market because of how good it is for sellers to lower commissions. You don't have to do that. There's really good ways to avoid doing that. So we're going to go Thursday on RG Advanced through some of those ways to help you guys really justify what you do. So the big one next week, we're flying in Mike Cuevas, who most of you guys have seen the video for the do-it-yourself video boot camp. So a new system we're looking at. So you guys all know we have Commissions Inc. for our CRM here. We've now taken on Follow Up Boss, which a lot of you guys will be able to piggyback off that. But also, Follow Up Boss is really great for leads. For people that you don't know, you're bringing leads in from some source. But that's not really good for your sphere of influence. You know, sphere of influence still accounts for 44% referral business. That's what the numbers really look like. 44% of transactions happen due directly from a referral. 12% or more come from past clients. Those are people that are in your sphere of influence. Those CRMs like Follow Up Boss and Sync really are not great for that. So we're bringing on a system called Attractor. That's really a branding CRM for you and your sphere of influence. That system's coming in. And part of that system is the video boot camp, where you guys will be able to take an iPhone or smartphone of any kind. I think iPhones are the smartest phones personally, but we can have that debate later. And you can take that, film your own videos through templates. We'll have 5 different templates that will give you the actual things to do and say and how to do it. You send your video footage into them, they edit it, you cut out the cost of a videographer, so a $2,000 video now becomes $200. So that system will be part of our Attractor platform here, both with our media room and on the street with your iPhone. Yes?
And that's $200 per video?
That's about what it ranges, yeah, for the editing. So, you know, if you're doing 3 a week, that might get less cost effective. But if you're, you know, doing a property video, and speaking of justifying your commissions, if you're doing a high quality green screen property video or neighborhood video for your seller, that helps justify what you're asking for. So, same with neighborhood videos. Kim Madden back here does a lot of interview videos out in the field. So some of those templates and editing packages will be available to her and people that want to do the same thing. So that system will be coming in. The boot camp itself, I think, costs $249. The sign up, we're going to do the Eventbrite sign up. I think that's online right now. But it'll cost $249 to do the boot camp, so you can go out in the field with us to learn how to film the videos. And then each video will cost $200 or roughly about $200, you know, thereof. Beyond that, so that's going to be next Tuesday. Next Tuesday. So guys, if you want to stay ahead of where the market's going, I'm going to give you this tip. Okay, you can be the caveman still banging with sticks and rocks, or you can have high-tech, you know, quality tools that are going to help you grow your business. You have to start thinking in terms of where the consumers are at right now. They're here. This is where your consumers live. 53% of all internet traffic now is social media. Social media is bigger than the rest of the internet. Okay, that's the reality. So when you're starting to market and brand yourself without the video content, you're going to be left behind. Well, nobody loves how they look and sound on video, but it is what it is. Nobody cares, except for you. So get out there, get it done, join the boot camp. It's going to help you grow that business. All right, next event. Okay, our lead team happy hour. We've got a lot of requests for people that want to be on the lead team. So if you are thinking about joining the lead team, Andy and I, as well as Jamie, you in here? Wambach? No? Right here. There you are. Hi, mate. There you are, right in front. So we're going to be doing a happy hour for those that are on the lead team, as well as those that are trying to apply or thinking about joining the lead team. And that date's going to be July 26th. And I think it's what, 5 o'clock or sometime in there? What time was that
6
again?
o'clock.
6 o'clock. All right.
What day is that?
That would be the 26th.
Day of the week is a Thursday.
Right there, literally in front of you on the screen. There you go.
But I can't see anymore. I don't have time to go to the eye doctor.
Okay. All right. So the next big thing to talk about is a Christmas party. For those that have been with us, you guys know we throw pretty much epic Christmas parties. Save the date because we've got it picked out and the venue. So Jessica, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. The venue, we're in St. Paul, and I'm going to announce it later today. I'm going to put a video on Facebook so everyone can see where it is. It's a really cool place. So I'll leave it at that and let you guys see the video.
But it's going to be
In St. Paul.
on December 7th at 6 p.m. So save the date. You'll want to be there.
There going to be hotel rooms again?
Yep.
Okay. So we have a ton of birthdays and anniversaries to go through. So I'm going to have to skip that just for sake of time. But for those that have birthdays in July, which it looks like we got about 20 people that do, so happy birthday. And then for those that have been with us at least a year, thank you. There we go. We got through that. Yeah. So
There's cupcakes in the kitchen.
the other thing is, for those that are new to us, this picture right here We just really love BMW, so we keep pictures of them in our office. No, what it is we have a contest every single year. We give away a BMW convertible, one a year. So the way that contest works is every time you refer an agent in, you get a name entered into the lottery for the car drawing. It's a lease for 3 years. So every single year at the Christmas party, we pull a name, and that person ends up with a BMW. So I want to say you guys are doing awesome in that. I think we've onboarded 25 new people in June alone. 26, yep. 26 new people in June alone. So you guys are really rocking with bringing people in. So I don't know what that hand gesture was back there. But there you go. Okay, cool. So keep that up. We're actually building a website right now to make this tracking a lot easier, that you can register your referral on a website. That way everybody knows that was yours and the whole bit. Okay. Another update. So Winner's Circle. We talked about this before. It's booked. So we're taking the top 15 producers in the company. And if you can't make it, then we'll just go down to the next one. But what we're doing is we booked a 3-day stay. What's the location again?
Remember the city? It's Wildman Resort, but what's the city? Do you remember that?
Susanna?
I can look it up.
Somewhere Wisconsin.
Okay, so it's up north. It's a resort. It's Wisconsin. But what we have is we've got multiple cabins. We're bringing a chef with us. He's going to handle all the meals. But what we have is what we call an adventure mastermind. We have 3 different adventures we're doing. And we've got, right now booked is Tristan, founder of Lab Coat Agents. He's coming. Travis Tom, who is the founder of Elevated REM, Facebook's biggest genius when it comes to real estate. Actually,
What is this?
this is September. This is like September 12th, okay, through 14th, I think it is.
When are you gonna tell me when I'm coming?
We've got, hold on, let me finish the deal here. So we've got Travis Tom, we got Tristan, we got Jesse Bodine, who's the founder of Call Action. He's a lead gen guru. So we've got 3 really high level people coming that are going to help mastermind with you guys, share ideas, talk about what they do. You guys will learn a ton. Now, here's the caveat. We're also looking at booking additional space there if we can for people that want to pay their own way. This is on us for top 15, but someone that doesn't want to, doesn't make the top 15, we still may have a spot for you with a limited lottery to do so. So, I don't know, you might make that top 15. You're doing pretty good. Never know. All right.
It had to be at RG by January 1st, 2018.
Is that-
Top 15, correct?
No, it doesn't mean that. Okay. So we're doing 3 different outings there. I think it's gonna be whitewater rafting, zip lining,
Is there a type of
And a climb.
You have to wear?
Probably, yeah. Angie's definitely staying home. Okay. So just so you know, by the way, with our top producers, every single month we release our top 10. To get on that list at all anymore, you have to do about $1.3 to $1.4 million. That's per month. That's about how our top producers are doing right now. Guys are doing awesome. It's amazing. I mean, I think last month's was like 2.4 million or something like that. Okay. Now, Tracy, there's Tracy right there. So you guys probably followed this. Tracy really wanted to go see Gary Vee. We've got a group of people that are going to see Gary Vaynerchuk in August. So Tracy, who's been a longtime fan, has really wanted to go, and she put herself really far out there, so she's going. Now, we as a company loved how much initiative she took. We started an actual inter-office GoFundMe to get Tracy to meet Gary Vee. We've already raised $300 for that, by the way. So that being said, Jessica can talk about how we're doing this. It's just kind of a fun thing. Anybody that wants to help Tracy go meet Gary Vee, her lifetime what do you call it, idol, if we want to say that? Like, she really wants to meet him bad. So what's the protocol to help donate to that?
It will be a GoFundMe that I'll put on Facebook.
So watch for that. If you guys want to contribute to help Tracy go do it, we're going to make a big video out of it, and it's going to be fun. Okay. For those that are doing great, we talked about our top producers. I want to make sure you guys all remember our 100% program. This is where people start making a lot of money with us. So our 100% program will allow you to make more than 100%, believe it or not. There's people that have made an additional $10,000, $15,000 on top of their commission that they would get at 100% with this platform. So if you're going to do more than 20 transactions in a year's time, not just like January to January, but just in a year's time, seriously consider that program. That's where you're going to take more money to invest back into your career. Okay. Ylopo update. So we are live with Ylopo right now. In 1 day's time, we've received 8 leads off Ylopo. We just went active yesterday. Now, the way Ylopo works, again, I just want to remind you guys to look in the platform yourself, plus our lead team is taking this on. What it can do, all the leads, I don't care where the sources come from. It can be people that you met at open houses. It can be people you met online, Zillow, Realtor.com, Commissions Inc., no matter what it is. They'll take that into that bucket. All those leads filter into one bucket, and they're going to push content to those leads via Facebook. So what it does is your leads that don't want to talk to you, they're not ready to talk to you at all. They're not buying for 6 months or a year, and they go dark over that span of time before they buy. They start seeing relevant properties that they like pushed to their Facebook newsfeed. And the minute they engage with those, it retargets them. They just keep seeing ads and future content branded to you. It's a heck of a way to really increase your conversion and number of closings. So it's a cheap platform. I think it's like $275 a month for the platform plus whatever ad spend you want to do. And you can embrace it from there. You can do more ad spend than that. But you're talking about, a nominal $300, $400, or $500 to increase your amount of closings per year exponentially. So if you haven't checked into Ylopo yet, I would definitely check or think about checking into it. Listings Plus. So another thing that we don't hear enough about this because people aren't as vocal about it. We see it and we hear it on this side of it, but we are seeing people that are doing a lot of business from their Listings Plus platform. They're getting leads in and they're closing deals from those sign calls. It's $100 per listing. That's why people shy away from it, but they don't hear the result of those that have done it. So Bruce has had great success with it. Eric, who's not here, yes?
Got one yesterday.
Got one yesterday? Beautiful, love it. So, was that on call action or was it on the ProQuest line? The 1-800 or was it? Okay, it's probably the ProQuest line. But point is, if you're not taking your listings and leveraging them to do future business, you're missing out. So Listings Plus is a wonderful way to do that. Okay. Now, with everybody that joined us, which was a lot of people in June, we haven't met everybody. I'm sure you guys all met with Long, but we haven't met as a company with a lot of you yet. I haven't. I don't know if Jessica has. So every month we do a new agent lunch for all the people that joined us. So we're going to do that again in July. So watch for that. And we're going to probably get that scheduled if we haven't yet very soon. But we just go down to Fridays, rent a room. You guys get to know us. We get to talk about things, that you may have questions on in the company, see how your onboarding went, clear up any confusion. So look for that. We usually do it at Fridays at a lunchtime. All right. So another thing that we're putting into place right now, maybe last month we asked if anybody was interested in mentoring newer agents, because we are bringing on a lot of people that are brand new. I don't want to say a lot. I mean, it's like 1 out of 5 agents that come to apply with us is new. We don't take them all. Depends on whether they're going to be full-time, if we feel they're going to be driven. But if they're going to be new, they still need help. So about a month ago, we had some people raise their hand saying, yes, we definitely want to be a new mentor, new agent mentor. So what we did is we put together a new agent mentorship program, an actual outline for you guys to follow. All I got is a stapled, 4-page or 5-page Word document right now. I'm putting that into an actual nice looking book that you guys can follow along with as well as a new agent. So keep an eye out for that again. If you are going to be a mentor or would like to be, that is going to be rolled out in the next couple weeks. So the way it's going to work when we refer somebody to you, it's going to be a 30% split to you guys. That's the mentorship split you guys get, 30% of whatever they do. It's 50%. We keep 20% to help, sort of the things we need to do with new agents. So it's 30% to you guys, 50% to them, 20% to the company when we refer somebody in as a mentorship to you. All right. One thing I'm excited about that we're looking at, new platform. We've got a meeting on the books today. is a upgraded luxury marketing suite. Kind of like what you see with Listings to Leads, you create print marketing and direct mail marketing, but it's geared towards luxury branding. So it's going to be really, really nice. So we have a meeting on the books today with that.
What's your price range for luxury?
So for mine, when I was in production, it was 500,000. That dates me back to at least a few years when things were a little softer. But I would say luxury now, you're probably looking at a legitimate, 700,000-800,000 plus, even $1 million plus. All right. So now that we are mid-year, we've got this. Okay, so back to the marketing plan. So that should be, if we onboard it, that should be ready to go within a couple weeks. So we're going to do a demo on it. Maybe not next week because we're doing a tractor next week, but 2 weeks from now, we're going to look to maybe do a demo on that. So if you are looking for more high quality print options, we will have those. Which brings me into mid-year business planning. How many people did our business planning last year in November? How many people feel like they're really on point with their goals? Like half a hand came up. I think Stephanie, you raised your hand like halfway. Was that like?
I had to think about it. I would like to be more organized.
Okay, so what I want to do is we're going to probably in a couple weeks time on one of our Thursday RG Advanced go through that business plan again and try to get you guys back on point if you need it. Okay. So the Gary Vee drawing from yesterday. So yesterday we had a lot of you guys show up to help us with a video. And that video was going to be something we're using for marketing for the new car, but you guys took time out of your day to come help. So one of you guys is going to be coming with us to Gary Vee. Suspense is killing me, I know. Yeah, it's Tracy, once again.
Tracy's going either way.
And he's not here, but we're still going to bring him. Viet's going with us. So.
Do we get to bring someone?
Yeah.
As his assistant, do I need to go?
Yeah, no kidding. We'll ask him about that. Okay. All right, next. For training, now that we're at mid-year, we've done a lot of stuff. Is there anything you guys would like to see, any content you would like to either revisit in training or things that we haven't done yet?
Time blocking.
Time blocking.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Jessica, you make a note of that? So time blocking. So yes.
New farms.
New forms. So that'll come out in August with the new forms that come out. So Jeff will be doing that probably mid-August. Yep. Anything else? We've got literally 2. That's it.
Well, I have a list, but.
Well, don't leave me hanging here, people.
We don't have all day.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, you really want to hear it?
Right.
I would like to do a measuring class.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really would like to do that.
Okay. So we'll do that. We can do that at RGU. So we'll do measuring.
Did you hear there's a measuring company now?
Yeah, there is.
Who is it?
So you can actually get it done by Home Depot. They'll go out and do
They
it.
don't do, I mean, they do kind of sort of, Home Depot, because I've used them.
Yep.
They don't really, I mean, they kind of guess.
There is a measuring company out there that will go and measure and even give you a floor plan based on that. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. I'll get back to you on that.
A class on working your sphere and keeping in touch. And we do a lot of stuff for new business.
Yep.
But if we can.
Retaining business, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so what Bruce is saying, he'd like to see, and this is where the attractor platform is really going to come in because it's geared towards nurturing relationship.
We could tie it together.
Yes. So we will be doing that sphere of influence because, again, guys, let's be honest. 5 years ago, 66% of business came from referral. Today, it's 44. What changed? What changed? Right here is what changed. 8 months before anybody even thinks of talking about buying a house, they're already online and they're clicking on things and they're meeting agents before they're even a referral option. That's what's happening. So, our retention with our own clients has always been weak in this industry. 77% of people say I would use the same agent again, and only 12% do because we dropped the ball. And now what we have is we've got all these other people, these hungry agents that are investing in lead gen that are picking up your referral sources before they're ever an option for you. So there's never been a time more crucial that you really, really dial in your relationships with your existing sphere. So Bruce is right. That is a great class. So with the tractor, that's why we're bringing in specifically for that piece and to help brand you guys as influencers rather than just, deal chasers. That's really what a lot of people end up being. They end up chasing low-hanging fruit when they figure out somebody might want to buy a house. Well, being an influencer, being top of mind and being thought of before they ever start clicking on other people's stuff, that's how you start combating that. Look at Andy back there. He picks up, 300 appointments a month at times on a good month with people that are in other people's spheres. It's his fault. Blame him.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
We probably can never have enough classes on Facebook and Instagram and what
Sure.
platforms to try to actually,
Sure.
there's just so many of them.
So social media.
Yeah, Pinterest, okay.
Okay, so just
Oh, there's.
you want to do this? How about we do this, guys? How about we do this? How about we do like a full series of social media where we do Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Pinterest all in a consecutive series? Do you want to do that?
Twitter.
And Twitter too. Yeah.
We have to.
I think you need a few shots late at night to get on Twitter and start tweeting. That's what people do. That's what I think that whole platform's about.
One thing
Yeah.
that I think is, we've got like, to get reviews.
Yep.
So weird now because you need your Zillow, you need your Facebook, you need your.
Right. You have 4 different platforms.
So like, what can we?
How about this? How about we do a review? We do a review training section where we do a whole 2 weeks on how to get reviews and the platforms thereof. And we do a series on social media.
Can we do those at the top of the list? Because I think.
Yeah.
It'll take me some time to put that together, but within third quarter. We'll do within
Okay, cool.
Q3, okay? All right. Okay. Next. So Jamie had somebody you wanted to bring up. Hi, May. Hi, Mizzle.
So for those of you, as you said, a lot of new faces. My name is Jamie Wambach. I'm with Amic here, the office. Don't know much about him, but anyway, so no, we've been together since the beginning.
Yep.
So for those of you that don't know.
Jamie started with us when we were in a little tiny office in the middle of nowhere, so yeah.
And then some of you met my team, Brenda, who's passing out some forms, Andy, who's in the back sleeping, and then Justin, there you are, and then Tarn, right there. So anyway, in our business and yours, one of the biggest challenges that we face, especially with leads, and I would say our own sphere, is credit. Credit's always an issue. We pull credit scores come either at nothing or they're low.
Let me ask you this good question, because how many people in the last 3-4 months have been super excited about a buyer? You got to lead with somebody, you get excited, you think you're going to go out and start showing houses, and you find out that their credit's not approvable. How many hands can we see with there? That's almost everybody.
And Andy, you probably have, I suppose, probably 5 people a day that you talk to that credit's probably their number one challenge.
Yeah,
so that's what we see a lot on the Realtor.com stuff, for example. So in our world, one of the biggest issues is obviously we all know what they need to do, but we maybe don't have a great resource on where to refer them to, number one, and number two, an affordable one. Because credit restoration, the number one issue is affordability.
Well,
there's a lot of good companies.
There's another big issue too, is reputation. There's such a bad reputation in that industry. One of the major players in Minnesota just went to prison. I don't know if you saw that article. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
You're a good friend.
Yeah, super good friends, yeah.
So obviously we've kind of ourselves have a really good solution, which is why we brought it here. So I'll introduce Shauna. So she's with TurnScore, that's her company, and I'll let her kind of take over.
Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So I handed out a worksheet because, again, the credit score, as Jamie mentioned, is a really true challenge. And I'm not an agent, I'm not a lender, I'm a credit expert. So you guys are really busy during the day. You're busy doing what you need to do. And I'm sure if customers ask you questions, you know it can be a full-time job to possibly get their credit back. So I created a worksheet because the biggest thing out there is really what does create a credit score. And how can I get my credit score up to maybe a 640, 620, even a 700 is a good credit score. How can I do that? Okay, so a credit score is a complex math algorithm. And if you look at the pie chart on your sheet, the way it's calculated, there's 2 major things on the chart. And that's the debt, how much debt you have. So how much credit card debt you have, how much loans do you have? It's all calculated.
Can I add something?
Sure.
I saw 14 people Google the word algorithm there a minute ago. So,
Sure.
it's
It's a calculator.
Yeah.
So how's it done? So, and then the other thing is paying bills on time. If you've been delinquent, if you have any collections, charge-offs, that type of thing, that's very frequently on a credit report. When they get to me, as far as credit restoration, that's mainly what I see is a lot of issues. Everybody has a past, and it can be fixed. As we mentioned, there's a lot of credit companies out there. I take the time, I'm very one-on-one, changing lives one credit score at a time. So everybody has a unique credit profile, okay? 80% of credit reports have errors in them. 40% of the 80% are so bad that the client cannot get a loan. So when I look at the credit report, not only do I look for errors, but I also help them with ways of building their credit at the same time. Because I have letters that we can get these errors removed. So what we do is look at that, and that's usually the first 30 days of a credit restoration is writing the credit bureau's letters to get those errors removed, okay? Like some of the other companies, they may only do one at a time to one credit bureau. I know the tactics of the credit bureaus and what they do to stall. And I know how we can get around that. So usually I can get 7 to 8 disputes on one letter. If there's more than that, we'll have to do 2 sets of letters. But, and that's to all 3 credit bureaus. The good news is my clients can log in to a dashboard and see everything that I'm doing. So everything that I do is transparent. They can follow, they can see all the accounts that we're trying to fix or to repair. And as we get things deleted, as you know, with the credit score math calculator, their scores are going to go up pretty quickly in the first 30 days if we can get some of these things deleted. I've had bankruptcies, tax liens aren't really reporting anymore, car repossessions, charge-offs, collections, all have been deleted through this process.
Can I ask a question? What is the normal time frame? I mean, in realtor land, we think, these people can't buy a house today, so when should I start talking to them? What should my engagement be? So how long does something like this usually take on average? There's no golden rule, I know that, but on average.
Probably, again, the first 45 days is the first set of letters.
Okay.
And if there's just a couple things that we need to remove or get deleted and their credit card debt is at where it should be, 45 to 60 days is the quickest. But typically 90 days to 6 months, 9 months, it all depends. Everything is unique.
Can I tell a personal testimonial? So a couple years ago, I had a client I ran through Turn Score. 100-point increase in their credit. They went from like a 590 something to almost 700, just right under 700. And that happened in 90 days time. So how happy do you think I was to find this improvement where my client was able to then come back and actually purchase a home?
And some clients may not have no credit. You look at their credit, they don't have a credit score. So I help them find ways to build credit, having 2 good credit card lines, a secure loan. There's a credit building savings account that I have a connection with. But it does take 6 months to get a FICO score. The misconception is the consumer websites like a Credit Karma, where they may log in and see a credit score, but that's called Vantage score. So just because they have a Vantage score does not mean they have a FICO score. So I help educate, that's all part of my consultation, is yes, you have Credit Karma, but we really need to know what your FICO score is, and I can help them with that. So building credit is just as much of my service as getting these errors or getting delinquencies or whatever we need removed. That's the majority of the credit restoration companies are not going to do that. They're not going to help consult with building credit. They're just going to try to send a letter and get something removed.
Would you find that a lot of the people without credit are first-time home buyers, just people that haven't built it yet, or are they just sort of all ages and demographics?
You know, it's a mix.
Is it?
It's anywhere from young to 75, 80 years old.
Wow, interesting.
You know, again, our older generation never had credit cards, and they're all of a sudden they maybe have been cash, and now they want to perhaps purchase a second home, and they're finding, I don't have credit, or I didn't know this. You know, they just don't know. Our clients don't know to look for their credit. You know, they're not educated. So again, it's important to go to a credit report once a year.
So your fee to do all this is?
So I have a one-time fee, and it's because of this group here. This is unique. It's a one-time fee of $300. It's not a monthly fee on a credit card where there's a lot of anxiety, because I tell my clients, you don't want to have anxiety knowing to pay me on your credit card every month, because we don't want you charging on your credit card. So I keep it low, and I say because, you know, of the lender, because of Jamie's group. That is the reason why I keep it low, is because I have a really good relationship with this group, and you know, I'll help with a payment plan, and it is a transparent model, so the clients do get email reminders to keep them on track. That's how I can keep it that low.
And we used to send a lot more business your way, because we, you know, years ago when we had, you know, 45 agents, people knew you're just kind of resurfacing now as a company, but we'd love to see more of you in some engagement. I know you're based out of Florida, but, you know, Zoom meetings or something like that to keep you guys in front, because here's the thing, guys, at $300 per person. So if there's two people, a husband and wife or whatnot, that's $600 for them to invest to get you another client. That's nothing. And every hand went up when I asked who had somebody that couldn't get a loan. Literally everybody raised their hand almost. So you're going to need to have these people on speed dial, I'm telling you. And Jamie's a good, you know, starting contact with this. You know, obviously, if he'll be the one to figure out that we need credit repair. But another reason why you want to keep your stuff, you know, close to the chest here and in-house, because we've got these services that not everybody's aware of all the time. Jeff, you had a question?
There's the 3 credit bureaus. Do they feed into LexisNexis? Because I heard somebody having an issue where they thought something was falsely came out of LexisNexis, whatever credit company they were working with.
Well, again, there is 3 credit bureaus. There's 3 credit scores. As far as LexisNexis, I'm not really familiar with that.
I only know about LexisNexis for legal research. What?
This is what they were saying on some. They were trying to get a credit increase on something, and that's where they pulled their credit report from there.
LexisNexis.
Yeah, I never.
Oh, is it a credit polling agency or something?
I didn't think so, but you know, it's got information about all kinds of stuff about people.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I think, you know, again, the clients look at me as a go-to person. You know, last thing we want them to do is apply for something right before they get their mortgage. You know, they go out and buy a car or, you know, get a credit card, then all of a sudden we run their credit again, and surprise, there's something new on there. So they'll call me and they'll ask for my advice, not only with this, but just in general. And as far as the 300, like you mentioned, they're going to get that money back thousands times over in interest rates, whatever they do in life. A credit score is key. Even now, you know, social media, dating, people are looking for a good credit score in whatever they do in life.
When they're swiping right.
It's key. And, you know, it's even getting a Verizon.
Yeah. Hey,
Lucky guess.
So when I talk to them, I think they really feel a comfort level with what I do and how I'm going to help them. Again, I'm not an 800 number. I have a 952 area code, even though I do reside in Florida. I get back up here quite a bit. So they feel comfortable. Communication as far as texting, I get texting. I just got a text yesterday from one of Jamie's clients. They got added on as an authorized user. That boosted their score pretty quickly. So, you know, it's just a matter of me being available, answering my phone.
Contact info. Do you want to give that out real quick, or is it on the sheet?
It's on the sheet.
Okay, perfect.
It's on the sheet. I can have cards. I'll leave with Brenda and Jamie's group as well.
Well, let's do this. I would like to, you know, have you once a quarter, you know, either pop in or do a Zoom meeting with us or something.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be really good, because this is a valuable product, guys. If you can't get, this is the problem in our industry. We're always looking for who's ready right now, and we put people on the back burner because they're not. That's such lost opportunity. get them into a campaign, get them into credit repair, touch base with them again, get them up and running in 90 days. Who needs business this winter? Anyone? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Okay, so good deal. Do you have anything else we need to cover?
No, I think the sheet will help and my phone number, and I look forward to working with you all.
Great, thank you. And then next we have Dylan back here. Want to pop on up here? Yeah. So Dylan is running our TC. He's our lead TC right now, running our whole team. As you know, and I'm gonna just give you the disclaimer on this right now. We've heard a lot of, oh, you guys are growing too fast and yada, yada, yada. I'll be honest, we hired some people that didn't work out in accounting, in our TC department, in agent services, and I want to introduce some new people right now. We've got a rock star staff. I want to get you guys familiar with who is working out. So Dylan right here is running our TC team, doing a fabulous job. And these two ladies right here just started with us. So you're going to be seeing a lot of them. Agent services, I'll let them introduce themselves real quick. So go ahead.
Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm Emily.
So they're going to be working in agent services. You're going to see them around, but we've got a rock star staff now. It was kind of just unfortunate. We hired 3 or 4 or 5 people that did not work out all within a 6-month period. We had to make an adjustment. So Dylan right here is going to be our main contact for TC. I'll kind of let him just introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Dylan. Nice to meet all of you at once. So you obviously know what your job entails and how busy you are. And this is my first meeting with CEO Connect, and here's what I've got. We are improving our social media and taking classes. You are working on introducing a new CRM with the Tractor. You're doing follow-ups on signs for your marketing. You're taking a measuring class. You're going on adventures. You're meeting your heroes. You have a Christmas party coming up. You're mentoring agents. You are bringing on new agents. You are developing new leads.
This is all before noon, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. You are improving your sphere of influence. You are working on your showings. You are working on your marketing. Heaven forbid you have time for family. You have no time for the eye doctor.
I do want to make one distinction. I do want to make one distinction too. Elijah is part of Dylan's team. So Elijah's here. He's still working with, kid will kill himself working for you guys, but he's still here.
And we're finding trustworthy vendors. And again, that's all before noon. So where's your time going? And that's where we're here to help. So the transaction coordination department is going to help you kind of from start to finish and getting your transactions where they need to be and really focusing on the nuts and bolts part of the business that you hate doing anyway. So it's the paperwork portion. It's the portion that gets you paid but does not grow your business. And we follow a huge checklist of items that we go through to make sure that everything stays on track and that we are consistently communicating with the lender and title companies and yourself, your clients, and making sure that everything is moving in the right direction. But we're also going a step beyond that. We'll help you draft amendments and addendums, and we will send everything out to people. We will upload everything to your back of house systems. You know, right now we're using .loop. Sounds like we're transitioning out of
Thank
that.
God.
Whatever we transition into, we're going to make sure that that's all compliant. We're going to audit everything for completion. But not only that, we are offering some front-end services as well. So we're going to assist with compliance and MLS support. We'll do listing preparation for you in terms of getting your whole listing packet together, pre-filling what we can, and then putting the disclosures packet for presentation to that client. We're also going to start doing offer writing pretty soon because you don't have time for anything, and our job is to make sure that you are more efficient. And the more files you get, the more files we get. It's totally selfish. But we want to make sure that we are serving you in your best interests as efficiently as possible. So I stepped in, and I'm still working with Elijah. He's part of my team, and I brought in 2 other people full-time that are going to be dedicating themselves to this service and making sure that transaction coordination is moving in the right direction and that we have some front-end listing services that are also moving in the right direction. We're going to continue using the same email, the same system, the same chat system that you're used to, and having a kind of central hub for communication. We're local, which is really nice. You're not, outsourcing something to Bangladesh to make sure that this is getting taken care of. We're experienced and we're familiar with what's going on. And so if anybody has any questions or concerns or ideas, always open.
I have a statement I'd like to make too, though.
Yeah.
Again, what's the 3 ways that we actually make money in real estate? Who knows that answer? $5 Caribou card in my pocket right now for the person that knows that answer. Anyone? 3 ways.
Customer service.
Close. Lead generation, lead follow-up, lead conversion. That's the only 3 ways you actually put money in your pocket. Does any of those 3 ways have anything to do with processing paperwork? No, but what we think about is I don't want to pay somebody else to do this. I'll do it myself. Guys, you're paying somebody else $300 a transaction, so you can go make 4 more transactions at $8,000. That's what you're doing. So you have to let go of that mentality of scarcity.
I've been using the TCs for quite a while, and I did tell Jessica how awesome Dylan was. They send a
We paid her to say that, though. That's cool.
super great email to our clients, and it makes us look so professional.
Mhm.
You know, it just goes up, like, maybe you should send out like a copy email on our Facebook page.
To see it? Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, because it was
Yep.
like amazing. I looked at it, I had to read it like 3 times, and I'm like, wow, this is.
Because you got
super
distracted after the first paragraph, then you start over. Yeah, I do that too.
awesome. And then, I mean, just like the stuff, I've saved so much time by using these guys. I was gonna start processing.
And how many
files
closings do you have in June?
9.
You had 9 closings in June. Can you process 9 closings while you're out selling 9 houses? You just can't do it, not by yourself. My point is this, guys, don't think in terms of scarcity where you're going, I don't want to do this. I want to have control of the whole process, or I don't want to pay for it. Think in terms like a real business owner where you're going to leverage somebody else to help you so you can go and grow your business.
And the deadlines they look at in our Altons, and they find errors on them all the time in the title.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, this is stuff that I would not even like think of half the time.
Yep.
And it's like a well-oiled system or whatever you say. I mean,
It is, and it's only getting better. What's .loop is completely out of the loop. That brings me to the next thing. So Dylan, do you have anything else for him, or are we good?
I'm just going to say we're boring, so you don't have to be.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So
that's it. Work at 3 a.m. one
he
day.
does that. Him and Elijah both are crazy. I don't know why they do that. So next thing I want to talk about, platform we're bringing on. It starts in August. I think you guys are going to like this one because it's directly going to affect you and every single person in the room. So Broker Wolf is a all-inclusive, all-in-one platform that we're bringing on. It does all of our company accounting, check cutting systems, as well as transaction management. So Broker Wolf is tied and owned by Instinet. So it's a, what's that?
Broker Wolf owns.
Instinet, yes, yep. So that's why we have Jeff here to always correct our mistakes. That's what he does. So the reality is this system will shave off. Right now, I don't know if you know this, it takes us about 20 to 25 minutes to cut 1 commission check with everything we got to do with our system. Well, times that by 30 and you're over 10 hours a day. You know, Broker Wolf will get us down to 5 minutes or less per check. So you're going to see a decrease in time it takes to get commission checks out to you guys no later than about mid to end of August. It's going to change overnight. So that's going to be something that you guys will like. And on top of it, the transaction management is a lot better than .loop. I mean, like a ton better than .loop. So that's coming out free to you guys by the end of August. So these guys are working on the onboarding right now. Another thing we've got to cover. So Nate, you want to come on up? So for those that were not here before, this is Nate, My VIP Move, our partner in that project. I just want to really give you guys a heads up on what My VIP Move is again. It's a utilities connection service that will save your buyers hours of time transferring everything from utilities to and hooking up services like home security. And by the way, it's all free to them and free to you. The beauty of this program is it's branded to you. So My VIP Move /Mike Rainier. You brand yourself. It's your page. It looks like your service. That can be marketed heavily. So tier 1 is connection services. Tier 2 we're building out is going to be referral services. That'll be your people that you like to refer, your contractor, your home inspector, your insurance person, whatever. So that being said, and we have new staff on that, by the way. There you go. Nate, you got the floor.
I was going to pull up agent branded website. Let's see.
Did I do the wrong /?
Should be forward or stop. Let's see. That's what to do. So if anybody wants a agent branded site, we just need your high resolution photo. any contact information you want, and if you have your own logo, the Realty Group logo will be on there as well. But you send that to website@myvipmove.com.
So here's another thing you can do. You can link your branded site right to your email.
There's an example of Tracy.
There's Tracy. Tracy,
How do we do the link? I don't know that.
just put this.
It'll be whatever URL that you want. Typically, we just do myvipmove.com/your name.
And then that could be linked in your signature line right to your email. It can be part of your social media. It could link right there. You can link it wherever you want. It's a good thing we might do a social media class with you guys have to do that stuff. Right.
So we've had about 12.
Camera. Yep.
So 12 agents so far. We've gotten websites for.
And I'm going to say this. Shame on all of you that haven't done it. 12 is bad. There's 300 people in this company and only 12 people said, yes, I want to brand myself and market myself and give free stuff to my clients.
We always do that.
What? You guys, this is stuff that you start branding yourself as being different. And it's free. Let me run that by you one more time. It's free.
Was anybody not at the last meeting when we were up here? We presented, it was me, my brother, and Paul, who's no longer on this account, so it's just me and my brother. So about 4 or 5 of you. Do you want to? Actually, we won't waste time.
Yeah.
If you go to myvipmove.com, you'll see the video that's on there. We did a fun
Can we just
little-
kind of just go over again what it connects, like the main hub of the services? That's all we really need to do.
So if you click on Make Your Next Move tab, this is what your client's going to see when they click on the tab on what they would like help setting up. So we have TV, internet, security. We can price out pest control, movers and storage, get their electricity and gas either set up or transferred, water, sewer, trash recycle with the city. Lifestyle services is more when somebody's moving into an area they're unfamiliar with. We can vet out childcare and salons, banks, insurance agents, things like that.
Do you have a doggy daycare out there?
It can be whatever somebody needs. Yep.
You called me last night, but I didn't answer because I was there.
It's okay. It was about Timothy
Why are
Jones.
you checking my points of credit?
TV and internet requires it, and so does.
But you won't do that until after closing.
Well, that's why I called you, is because the conversation I had with him about credit, I told him he should hold off until after the closing. So we're not trying to, just get people signed up to get them signed up. It's your transaction is ultimately the most important part of the whole.
So how long does it take, to get those services? If you have to wait till after closing, how soon can you expedite that to get everything done?
With DirecTV, we have our own technicians that live in the Twin Cities, so that's typically 24 to 48 hours. Comcast Xfinity for TV and internet, they're roughly a week right now. CenturyLink can be up to 3 weeks. So it's, it is important to get people in contact with us right away. But, I do have a conversation with them, if they're in an FHA loan, or if there's, you're on that fine line of credit, like I think it was, I think he said is he doing an FHA loan? So so I have those conversations with them. I used to be a loan officer, and I have family in real estate, so I fully understand, things that are going on in the transaction. So I'm not going to run credit if, you're on in a special type loan. So in that case, we are holding off. So after the closing.
Here's my question. How many people of the 12 are in the room right now doing this? All right, like half, okay. How many people are going to do it? Perfect.
I'll do it half hand.
Okay, half hand. So that's great. How many people are going to do it like right away, just today? Good. All right. So there's at least 5. I'm whittling down the names. How many people are going to add their own contractors to the referral source? There we go. We got 2. All right. So.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What's I don't understand what's the difference. Like, are they, approaching the client to sell other things?
No. No, what it is, it's literally all the things they're already going to do, we take care of for them. But the beauty is, like, even in it's branded to you, but the beauty is even the people you work with outside connection services, but like think about plumbers, contractors, home inspectors, insurance people, financial planners, everybody that, like, if you look at our Facebook page, 3 times a day, 4 times a day, someone's like, do you know a septic person? Do you know a driveway guy? Do you know a structural engineer? Having all that stuff in one spot as a 100-person list that you don't have to go and ask for referrals. You literally tell your client, go on my page, here's the top 3, like Angie's list. Here's the top people that you want to talk to. That brings so much value to you. If you get people coming to you saying, where's the local dentist I should go to in the neighborhood?
But
Here it is.
Does this company then try to upsell?
No.
I don't understand how you think.
So the service is free to you, the agent, and free to the client because we have, I have agreements set up with every single internet, TV, almost every home security company. So I have contracts in place with them. So all I do is price it out for them, their different options, and let them pick. They're never going to be pushed into one product over another. So every single person gets internet. So for me, it was a numbers game. How many files can we get? So I'm going to get paid on the file regardless from those companies.
From the providers, not from
the client.
Calling them in 3 months to switch to another company or to upsell or
Nope.
not harassed, I guess I want to say.
Nope.
No.
Never.
No. It's not worth doing that.
No, it's going to kill the agent relationships doing that. No way we do
Right.
that.
Where are you going to be after the meeting?
I'm working here all day. So I'm going to actually work files that I have in process. If anybody wants to come in, ask me any questions, or if they have somebody that you want me to contact so you can kind of hear the conversation flow on how I work a file. So I own the company, but my hand is on every single transaction that goes through.
that I sent to you, and she's moving, selling their house in Blaine, and they bought a lake house up at Forest Lake that I helped them with.
Mhm.
And she was on almost century, like, well, she a little bit hyper, so she might exaggerate, but she said she's up for 4 hours.
See, I have,
Because they don't have podcasts.
Right. So on things like that, I can already, as soon as I have an address, I can do all the research to find out if that address even has that service internet or what services are available and what speeds before I even talk to them. I have account reps with all the companies, so if there's any issues or something, I have a direct contact to go to where they're not having to wait on hold and call 800 numbers and get call centers overseas and all the frustrating stuff.
Pretty frustrating.
Do you have propane companies on there? And then information? Okay.
A lot of more on the rural areas and stuff for that stuff. But if you have one you like or you have a referral source, you can put those right on your branded page. Especially if you have somebody that's trading business with you.
How do you come on branded page?
Yep, so that website at myvipmove.com, you can email that with any information that you want on there and we'll get it on there for you. We're redeveloping the website, so pretty soon you're not going to have to send anything. You're actually going to have a login, a username and login to the site, and you can upload whatever you want. If you want to change your picture, if you want to add information, you're going to be able to log in and do it all without going through a middle person and waiting. This last round, I do have an office. It's a Keller Williams office down in Des Moines, where I live. They have 3 locations in the within 20 miles, and they have 175 agents that have branded it in that area. So we got kind of all those at once, and kind of got us thinking that I don't want you guys to have to wait a couple weeks to get some of these done. I know Bruce, you waited for a while. Yep. Okay. So pretty soon we're gonna have that ready to go.
Is this something that once we get it set up, would this be something that our TC could send out for us to our clients?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I should let Dylan speak for himself, but he's right there.
Yeah, it totally makes sense for, because part of the TC checklist is setting out utility information. Yeah, this is a lot more comprehensive, and as long as it's free compliant, it makes a lot more sense to do so. So we could send them the information that they need regarding branding, and if we could send a link to that page to your client development, they have to right away to make sure that everything is moving in the right direction. Utilities for us are just a drag, so this makes a lot more sense.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we've got to move on, but I'll have Nate here after the meeting if you guys want to talk. So that'd be good if you guys want to get more info and get signed up. So beyond that, I got 2 more things to cover. We'll make it really quick. Number 1, so we've got Guardian. Where did Stephanie go?
She had to go finish something.
Okay, so we got Ashley here. We got Jamie here. So Guardian, I got to just give a little bit of a shout out, because what's happening is a lot of people now are starting to circle back to Guardian. We've got new people. Ashley's been great. We've gotten deals done like start to finish within 24 to 48 hours. Problem files other people couldn't close. So remember to write down the hall if you need some coverage or help there. So if you haven't met Ashley yet, spend 5 minutes and talk to her. She's great. She helped us out a big time at the golf tournament, because that was awesome. But write down the hall, stop in, say hi. Next thing to talk about, and the last thing to talk about, is call action. How many people have invested in call action with us now?
Is that what I just did?
Maybe. I think maybe. Yeah, you did. Yep. So I want to just explain really quick in 3 minutes, and then we're done, what call action really does. It's a call masking. So imagine a local 763 number that you're going to put on your marketing. You can do things like geofarming with your direct mail. And where we've been hitting leads is things like this. You know, home values are hot. If you want to see your home value, text value to 763, 555, whatever. The minute they engage with that, it kicks them whatever link that you have automated in the system, like a home search tool or a home valuation tool. It also kicks in a text campaign to stay in front of them. So you're able to campaign them over time. It's tied to credit card metadata. So basically call action has enormous amounts of data, way more than a reverse directory on everybody that's going to engage with you, where they live. If somebody that called in from 4 doors down and want to know what their home's worth, that's a good, tip that is probably a seller that might be down the block. You can knock on the door and leave them a report or something. So call action has been absolutely instrumental in lead generation, lead conversion. Another thing that I can tell you that they've done really well is they've got old lead campaigns to recircle through people that haven't engaged with you by text. Again, not email drip campaigns, but by text. And they've got a really good automated campaign that you could throw in RPR or Altos or whatever report you like on neighborhoods. So let me give you an example of what we've done with this. So 5,000 old leads gets engaged with an email, hey, home values are doing great. If you want to see your local neighborhood report, text report too. 55% of people opened that email within 24 hours. And out of that, I think it was about 10 to 20% that actually wanted that report and text in. It resurfaced old people rather than just letting them go dark. So we have the service here. If you bought it yourself, it cost about $250 a month. We sell those seats for $100 here because we have a master broker account. So if it's something that you haven't done yet, I would strongly recommend talking to Tabitha. She's the one so marketing ad, you can email at marketing@realtygroup.mn.com. So I would strongly suggest getting on board with that, because postcard, direct mail, social media marketing, lead generation of any kind, open houses. By the way, for a list of this week's open house, text open house too. You can disperse that over a whole zip code. So you're able to use that for a million different possibilities.
And what is the call action?
Call action. Yep. So anyway, call action, Tabitha, $100 a month. Go for it, because I think if you're going to just leave your cell phone and somebody calls and you don't answer, they don't leave a message, you don't know what it's about, there's no campaigning that's done. The fact is that you're probably not going to reconnect with them. They're going to go dark and not answer the phone. This keeps them in the loop. All right. Anything else before we close up? Any questions or follow-up before we close up for the day? Last thought? Yes.
There's a email for Dylan up there. Is there a phone number as well?
Dylan?
Phone number. Yeah, we can add it.
Okay. We'll add that.
I'll put it on Facebook.
So last thought is I still get probably 4 to 5 text messages or emails a day with urgent problems on files. All I do is I direct them to Jeff. I'm a middleman. Great, thanks. Let's go to Jeff. So cut out the middleman. It'll save you time, because if I get a message at 9:30 at night, my phone's usually gone by then. I mean, it's usually done. I'm working on something else. I put my phone away to avoid distractions. That's what I do. That's how I get things done. So 9 o'clock at night, if you're texting me saying, oh, I got a big problem with the file, I'm not seeing it till morning, and I'm still going to forward it to Jeff. So just go right to the source, please, because it's going to make it easier for everybody. He's the man that's good at this stuff anyway.
And call me instead of, you can do whatever you want to, but if you call me and I answer, we're taking care of it right away. Where if you call me or text me and I call you right back, we waste some time there that's going to be wasted. So don't ever hesitate to call me. If I'm not able to answer the phone, I won't. And if I can't leave a message, I'll get back to you. So I can have that. That's the quickest way to get through with things.
And if you haven't heard Jeff, because Jeff gets tied up and tied down too, if a couple hours goes by and Jeff hasn't got back to you, then reach out to me. But he's always first point of contact, always. So remember that. Okay. That's all I think we have for you. Any questions before we wrap up? Are we all good? All right, perfect. Thanks, guys. See you next time.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I brought in the laptop.